Hail and welcome. Hello, good evening. I have been looking forward to this. I hear that this game is really good. And who doesn't want to play a computer RPG in the 40k universe where you play as a rogue trader? So I am really intrigued with this. Hello Zahel, welcome. Good to see you. This music makes you want to slay some monsters. Right, so let's slay a monster, or at least get started on it. Cheers! Alright, I know nothing about this game. I know it has companions, I know some of them are romanceable, I don't know what the companions are. I know just from looking at the Steam page that one of them is a space wolf, so that's exciting. But other than that, I don't really know what we're in for. I don't know why that blurb isn't playing. Let me try. Maybe it's just slow. Should be working. Just isn't. I guess Blurp is just acting up today. You can just go ahead and refund yourself those X's, Nittler. Did I not wake up the machine spirit? I didn't apply the proper blessed unguents. I didn't sing the psalms. You can do that? Of course you can. You're a mod. Alright. There are 2 story DLCs, Void Shadows and Lex Imperialis. I don't know if I'm gonna play those. If I really love this game, I might. Otherwise, I might just stick to the main game. Treated yourself to the Diablo 2 Resurrected expansion thingy? Is there anything in that expansion, Tricks, other than just the Warlock? I think we're just gonna go with story mode. We're just gonna take it easy, and chill, not too stressful. Alright. Ooh, character creation. So, military imperial world. Feat of greatness. Nice. We're an Astra Militarum commander. We're not going to take any of these pre-made characters. We're going to make our own. I just want to see what the options are with these guys. He shows regimental tactics. I see, but also brand of shame. Got regimental tactics. Do not suffer damage from ally. Oh, so there's friendly fire in this. Ooh, and run and gun. So it seems like it's action point based. How long? Until the next turn. Okay. The Death World Crime Lord. Hard to tell because the Diablo team don't release patch notes. That's annoying.
You gotta unleash the beast.
Oh, here it is.
Monster energy.
The blurb is just showed us just slow today. So it seems you pick a homeworld, a background, a benefit, and a negative, and then you get abilities based on that. Interesting. And finally, a hard or ooh, Death World Commissar.
Emotional, damn it!
Alright, let's look into making a custom character. Create new character. Create your very own rogue trader from scratch. The detailed customization process allows you to choose who your character was before beginning your adventure. With a wide variety of options, you can determine their appearance, their characteristics, and their combat capabilities. Okay. Ooh, you can do a custom portrait. Nice. Just gonna take one of the ones from the game though. Oh, she looks cool. Okay, this one is my favorite so far. Oh, I like the hat. I really like the hat. Ooh, she's cool too. I think with these portraits on offer, we may end up playing as a lady. Also very cool. Oh, he's kind of dashing. Oh, he is very cool. I think we are going to go for her. And then it defaults the model to look like her. I like that. We can select our home world. We can be Deathworld, we can be Voidborn. I feel like I want to go for a hereditary rogue trader, someone who inherited the post as a rogue trader, if that's an option. Because I'm of the impression that that's how rogue trader positions often get passed up. So I'm gonna go for that if I can. More willpower and intelligence, less strength, which is melee. Also affects the athletics skill. Affects lore, Medicaid, tech use, psychic powers, and what is fortune? Can reroll. Ooh, that seems really good. Okay, so let's go with Voidborn. Oh, there isn't one. I guess we're kind of falling into the position of becoming a rogue trader. Maybe the prologue to the game is us becoming a rogue trader. We'll see. Sanctioned Psyker. So we're gonna go noble, definitely. Gaming, welcome! Rogue trader! Yes, indeed, we're just creating our character. The high nobility of the Imperium are an enormously privileged and powerful elite, breed apart from the common masses they rule. You grew into adulthood upon a pedestal of affluence and grandeur that towered high above the common masses. You expected their obedience and lived upon the fruits of their toil surrendered to your family in solemn fealty. You serve me! Noble assigns one ally who will become their servant until the end of combat. Anytime the noble's abilities affect the servant gains +5 to all characteristics until the start of the noble's next turn. Anytime the servant attacks a target that the noble dealt damage to last turn, the servant gains a bunch of crit chance against that target. Ooh, nice. +5 intelligence, +5 fellowship. And also on top of the fellowship, which affects persuasion, coercion, and commerce, we also get a +5 to coercion and persuasion. Yes! Looks like we're making a mainly social character, like a social leader. I like that. Apex of Brilliance, +5 persuasion. Your strong presence and persuasiveness stopped a feudal war between two neighboring systems. Australia's glory, you were named planetary governor and survived, having made useful connections on both sides of the law. Ooh, commerce. Or feat of greatness. You had a rival noble house's reputation destroyed and its members exiled from the sector. I think we're going Apex of Brilliance. Now my darkest hour. Grim Portents. The mysterious tome that was discovered in your family library exacted a terrible toll on your mind. Its knowledge about the nature of warp entities may give access to new... Okay, Brand of Shame. You're a bastard? Oh... Or Shadow of Torment. I think we're going Grim Portents, like that. Archetypes. You can only choose one of the first tier archetypes at this moment. Archetypes are developmental paths that your characters follow. Each archetype encapsulates a unique set of skills and expertise and represents a specific combat specialization, from the frontline warrior to the indispensable leader preferring to command from the rear. Choose who you want to be in the grim dark future of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Traitor. I mean, I'm going leader, absolutely, but I want to see all of them, see what they do. Warriors are combatants boasting exceptional melee prowess, capable of dealing high damage in close quarter combat, withstanding heavy amounts of damage. So excel at drawing enemies' attention. Okay, so basically a tank. Which leads to Vanguard, Assassin, or Arch-Militant. Then we have the Officer, the Operative, and the Soldier. So the Soldier is a shooter, yeah. Master of all ranged weapons, quickly able to assume an advantageous position, so mobile shooter. While well trained in a highly diverse range of arms, the Soldier is particularly proficient at blasting their target with burst fire and area weapons. The Operative is like the Stealth. Uses intelligence and perception to find and exploit weaknesses in an enemy's defenses. None can withstand an attack from an operative. Precise single attacks, defense penetration. Cool. We are, however, going Officer. Officers use their willpower and fellowship to improve the combat capabilities of their allies, turning them into even greater threats on the battlefield. Core focus, extra turns, single target buffs, rescuing allies, momentum. Bring it down. Immediately grants an ally an extra turn with 2 action points and no movement points. If this ally is under the effect of Voice of Command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's turn, they gain a one-time additional bonus momentum. This ability cannot be used on the same ally more than once per round. Voice of Command. The officer forces an ally to fully push themselves, increasing their characteristics by... good amount. Officer Rocks, that's your character's first archetype? Yeah, I'm trying to really lean into like the rogue trader, rich, affluent, noble. So I'm going Voidborn Noble, an officer. So all the officer's abilities can be applied to the target of Voice of Command from any distance. Okay. Character who becomes the target of Voice of Command cannot be targeted again. Okay. Ultimate abilities. Finest hour! The officer grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and MP. During the extra turn, there is no attack limit. That sounds really good. Finest hour. Officer grants the ally an extra turn, full AP and MP. There is no attack limit. Until the end of combat, the officer's fellowship is halved. Okay. One friendly creature, unlimited range. Unlimited range. I think you went Voidborn Officer? Yeah, that makes sense. Characteristics, I get more fellowship and willpower, and I get more persuasion and commerce. Alright. Characteristics. So this is what we start out with. We only have 25 strength, which means we're not great at athletics. Let's look through these skills. This character's ability to traverse difficult terrain, leap over collapsed section, climb over slippery rocks. Nah, we don't do that. Awareness. Subconscious ability to react to things. Awareness allows a character to notice traps, cleverly hidden objects. Alright. Carouse. Resist negative effects by poisons, stimulators, or alcohol. Okay. Coercion. You know about coercion. Commerce. Demolition. Last containers open. Breakthrough. Okay. Logic. Oh, I think I might want some of that. There's the various laws. Can also be used to disable traps of Xenos origin. Or warp. They give access to new dialogue. And then there's Medicae, Persuasion, and Tech Use. Aurelia, welcome! Time to trade rogues? Yes, indeed. Or maybe trade roguishly? I'm not really sure. Let's go with 5 here. Get this to 50. Oh, we can only get it to 45. Let's get it to 45. This to 40. This to 45. And toughness. Alright. Think I like that spread. Void ship, we only have one to choose from, the Sword Class Frigate. The Sword Class Frigate is a classic void ship design, proven in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable survivability. Estimated dimensions, 1.6 kilometers in length, 0.3 kilometers abeam at the fins, approximately. Estimated tonnage, 6 megatonnage. So if I remember my prefixes correctly, that is 6 million tons. Estimated number of souls, 26,000. What should we name our ship? Good question. Do you have any suggestions, Nittler? The Von Valancius flagship is the mightiest void ship belonging to the Von Valancius dynasty. Every system aboard this frigate has been tried and tested in innumerable engagements. Its weapons and turrets deliver hard-hitting volleys with pinpoint accuracy. Its plasma drives are rugged yet reliable in extreme conditions. The flagship's size and maneuverability are perfect for pursuing smaller, faster raiders and for hunting the countless pirates, Xenos, and heretics in the Coronus Expanse. Numerous Von Valancius rogue traders have acknowledged the exceptional performance of this vessel, and, with a few minor updates, the flagship has continued to faithfully serve the Von Valancius dynasty. The Valkyr. Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. Okay, so let's mouse over these things and see speed. Number of void movement points we gain, obviously. Vanguard of Defiance, also not bad. Maneuverability, how many cells a ship must pass before it can turn 45 degrees. Higher a ship's maneuverability, fewer cells it must travel, and Coronus Expanse. A scattered, poorly explored region on the frontier of the Imperium, full of fearsome Xenos, treasure, heathen worlds, and the echoes of ancient doom. Okay. Let's do a couple of random rolls. See, Trailblazer, Guardian of the Brink, Arcanum Redemptionis. Not really liking these. So I am going to combine your suggestions and call it the Defiant Valkyrie. The Knob of Nobility. It is the Sword Class Frigate Defiant Valkyrie. I like that. Voidborn Noble, Apex of Brilliance, Grim Portents. Good shot, reasonably tough, very intelligent, very gregarious, with strong will. "50 coercion, 55 persuasion." And I will call her... No, I won't. What will I call her? Let's see. Oh yeah, I have this name I really like. Teophania. Is that picture something I can change, or have I already picked that? The portrait? That was the first thing I picked. Start getting food. Fair. Fair. Oh, a bunch of really good portraits in this game. And you can upload your own custom portrait if you want. Well, upload. You don't upload it, you just put it in a folder. You can add your own custom portrait to the game if you want something different than the portraits already included. Right, we are ready to start. Worship of the God Emperor is the central pillar of the Imperium of Man. Each day, trillions of people across 1 million worlds live, toil, and die in his name.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Alright, we have some options. Alright, you're in dialogue. Here you can learn more about current events. Yada yada. Depends on the dialogue choices you make. Available dialogue options are displayed. Click to reply. Alright, got it. Conrad Voitvir. Great that the game got voice lines. Only need to read out your own. If I even do need to read out my own, we'll see. Yeah. I thought since his name was in red, I could get a overview of him by mousing over, but I guess not. God Emperor. The guide, the ruler, and the higher power to which humanity offers their prayers for aid and deliverance. Most would be driven mad with despair if they knew the truth. Ooh. Right. What can we answer here? Most of the game doesn't have voice acting. That's okay. I don't mind doing a bit of voice acting. I will say, truly an awe-inspiring sight.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with a chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to
Cursor over
introduce
highlighted
myself.
words. I already
Conrad
know that.
Voigtfire, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
So the Master of Whispers. Interesting. Subject of the Imperium with a unique hereditary title, a rogue trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting the still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. Did we sit here and talk for 2 minutes as ads are running? Yes. When the ads... Oh, ads are already running. I thought ads were about to start. Yeah. So I'm going to take the ad break because I want to go and pee. So I will be right back. Alright, I am back. And yes, Sahel, I was just thinking about that as I was in the bathroom. The ads are about to start countdown, and the ads are currently running countdown look basically identical. If you're actively looking at it, of course you can tell a difference. The text is different, but if you're just seeing it out the corner of your eye because you're focusing on a game, it is very easy, at least for me, to mix the two up. So yes, I completely agree. I was just thinking that. Anyway, let us introduce ourselves. I am Duchess Teophania Eos Venria the Val of Calixis. You may call me Your Grace.
My deepest respects to you, Your Grace. A noble of the Imperium. It's been a long time since Providence last brought such eminent guests aboard this vessel.
Voigtfire smiles faintly, but you are not sure it is directed at you.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Let's see. Looks like we can get into some real conversation now. You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Look into making a stylish style for Twitch to change the color of the box. I have no idea what you're talking about. What is a stylish style? Alright, let's get some more information here. Tell me about the one on whose ship I have found myself.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Warrant of Trade, the sacred relic document that affirms the preeminent right of a rogue trader throughout the galaxy. So why exactly am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain,
okay.
You have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor.
Stylish is a browser extension. Oh! Neat. Maybe I should look into that as well.
Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium. But from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible.
What's with the title, Lord Captain?
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service. And therefore, it is sacrosanct.
What do they say about the Imperium? The galaxy-spanning interstellar human empire ruled by the living god who is known as the Emperor of Mankind. I mean, that's putting it simply, but yeah. Lex Imperialis, Codex of Imperium Laws. Basically, almost all the red text information, because I'm a 40k veteran, I know what it is, but I'm still gonna mouse over all of it just because I want to see what the game presents, what information, how much it goes into depth. I'm curious. Right, you say I am one of the rogue trader's heirs, so there is another candidate?
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
Very well. So what was the goal you had in mind when you decided to seek me out? Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Let us indeed. By the right of blood. Rogue trader Theodora von Valencius desires to personally meet with the person... Oh. To the journal! Movement. Click left click to move. Got it. Rogue trader personally meet with the person recently brought aboard her flagship. A storm is brewing over the dynasty, so the Lord Captain has something important to share with her heir, if she ever gets the chance. Oh no. It's very strongly foreshadowing that there's going to be an attack or an assassination or something. Alright. Camera controls.
Victory
Move the
awaits.
camera with WASD. Rotate the camera with mouse wheel. Got it. Also see if they mention something rarely spoken. Yeah. Interactable objects. Some objects in the game can be interacted with in a special way. They are marked with specific icons. Icons allow you to study objects, others will transfer the character to neighboring locations or launch a small event. These icons become visible when your character is standing close enough to an interactive object. Got it. Left mouse button on the icon to perform the associated action. Cursor might change. Hold tab to highlight objects character can interact with. Crew officer, crew officer. Rotate on the vid screen. Have you heard? Apparently the lower decks got a big influx of new blood after the last on-world resupply. Is there some pestilence spreading through the crew, and that's why we had to make up the shortfall? Last time it was blue leprosy that culled our ranks. That sounds unpleasant.
Follow my lead.
How do I close this? How do I close this? Help! Oh, right click. Got it. A massive conference table. Oh, let's see that again. A massive conference table, obviously carved from real wood. A resource of incredible value aboard a void ship. A tech litany for machine placidity is required. Box casting to initiate the consecration of unguents. Preparation of technomats. The sacred mechanism has been interfered with without reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Oh no. I messed up their techno stuff. Hello, technomat. Lay people interfering in the operation of the sacred mechanisms disturbs the machine spirit. In the name of the Omnissiah, please refrain from any further profane acts. I need to look at something here. Options. Display. No, that's not it. In game. Tutorial. Dialogue. No, it's not here. Is it maybe under graphics? Probably not, but let's check. No. Accessibility. No. I was hoping I could get the text boxes to remain on screen just a little bit longer. You had the same thing to say, and what about you? Same thing as well. Pop-up window duration is not a thing. You can pause while the window is up, which will keep it on screen. Thank you. Guess I'll do that then, instead. Mercenary steward. Greetings, my lady.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Deck enforcer. If I see you raise your head again, I'll hand you over to the tech priest for servitorization. Oh dear. I'm not gonna talk to that worker. I don't want to disturb him from his duties. Ooh, noble guests. Worker. Can I press M for a map? I can. For how long do we have to wait for an audience? How many days has it been already?
None shall stand in my way.
I'm gonna talk to the servitor and it's just gonna say beep boop. As you approach, something in the servitor's body begins... Oh, goddammit. Begins to hum as if in response to your presence. After a couple of seconds, that didn't work. The noise subsides. Even when I paused it, the pop-up window still disappeared. Conrad. Do I just go in? I guess I just go in. What is this? Pistol shot. 1 action point. And 1 action point to reload. 12 cell radius. 80% hit chance. 40% hit chance. Sure, I'll get a combat tutorial soon. Should stay up until you unpause.
You know, I got into hentai,
One of the
like,
Fon
actually
Valencia's
relatively
trophy
recently.
rooms.
It's kind of like a
Perhaps you would
new
like to take a look around
new thing I'm just
to
into.
your audience with the Lord Captain.
Well, 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 if it isn't the hentai hound himself, Grim. Grimspace, how you doing? Welcome. By the way, Zahel, can we get a round of shoutouts for our gaming, Trixix, and Grimspace?
The servitors have gone berserk!
Oh no, the servitors have gone berserk! I guess that's that combat tutorial I was waiting for. Good, just working. How am I? I am good. I'm having a very good day today.
Annihilate them!
I slept very well. No shout out needed? Well, you don't get to decide that, Grim, because I don't understand consent. To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, you will have to face enemies of all kinds to fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system. Click the button at the top of the screen to start the battle. Get supported, noob. Exactly. Get loved on, idiot. That thing does a lot of damage. Joint analysis. Character can move, attack, and use their abilities. Select a cell. Double click to move. Got it. Moving points determine how far you can move. 1 moving point, 1 center. Moving diagonally is more costly. Alright. So I don't want to get too close. I will move here.
My tactics of
How's Rogue Trader? Heard this is one of the better Warhammer games. So I have heard it is really good, Grim, but I have managed to stay completely unspoiled. And we are very early on. We are like 10 minutes into gameplay. And that's mostly because I'm taking my time and reading stuff. This is the very first combat tutorial, but I'm liking it so far. It has a lot of atmosphere to it. Action points. To make attacks and use abilities, must spend action points. Panel at the bottom of the screen here. Every attack or ability has a certain AP cost. Number of squares next to the icons indicates their AP cost. Start AP restored to max value. To attack, first click on the single shot icon. Tooltip will show you chances of hitting, possible damage. Amount of damage depends on the parameters of the weapon, of course. Effectiveness of shot depends on the distance. When you target an enemy with a single shot, you will see 2 areas denoting the weapon's effective and maximum firing ranges. Certain abilities in the game are considered attack actions, can only be used once per turn unless affected by specific talents. Okay, so regardless of action points, you can only do 1 attack per turn. Understood. So... honestly, it would be good to get a little closer. Because then I am in optimal range. Also, I'm happy you said your name. Why ask for the shoutouts instead of after? Do something else. Calling up made you focus. Oh, I'll try to keep that in mind. So... yay! I missed. I have no more movement points. I have 3 more action points. Ready to end your turn. Press space, I'll click the end turn button. So I have abilities here. Voice of command, or you serve me. I am going to use voice of command on this crew officer. You! Suckless! Wonder if you serve me does anything if you miss. It does. It does. It gives +5 to all characteristics, just automatic. And then it also does extra critical hit chance against anything that I've damaged. So even if I miss my shot, they still get the characteristics bonus. Also, I'm just realizing it's not you serve me, it's you serve me. Can only be used once per combat. Fuck it.
Suits my purposes.
You serve me, and then I will reload. Then I am basically out of action points and turn. Wow, you guys suck! Even with me buffing your attributes, and now he's gonna be dead. Analyze enemy. Joint analysis. Does any of that do? Okay, so I can move back to around here. Still use voice of command on you. No, he is.
I'll pass.
And I'm just going to shoot. Hopefully hitting this time.
Suits my purposes.
There we go. Did some damage. And I might as well reload. And turn. Now you actually do something. There we go. Now he's probably gonna be dead. All I have is a stun revolver. Back off a little bit. Reducing my hit chance, unfortunately, but oh, you finished it off. Okay. Didn't get a chance to read that tutorial. Hold on.
Suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Alright, let me just read this. Characters with melee weapons block adjacent enemies' ability to perform attacks with ranged weapons. Pistols and shotguns are an exception to this rule. Those can be fired at point-blank range. Got it. Well, here's the security team. Spread out. No one is allowed to enter the premises. Stations!
For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Ah, but before I go, I'm going to check for loot. You can open the map to orient yourself.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Wires in the servitor's head are still smoldering. It would seem the cause of this malfunction was the short-circuiting of the motive force. Not sure I even understand what that is. Tarantula sentry gun constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicus using a standard template construct in the Manufactorums of Chiava Gamma. Hey Alpine! Never tried it. How am I finding it? I am enjoying it so far, but I am still very early on. I am taking my time, going slow. I just finished the first combat tutorial. So, still very on. It seems like a very classic computer RPG. Like very, I want to say standard, and just with the 40k flavor. And I don't mean that as a put down at all. Lemon Ross battle tank, reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor, the first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Vortez Chakathon. Is real-time with pause or turn-based? This is entirely turn-based. This is action point-based.
Any challenge for me?
A violet alloy, which upon closer examination turns out to be a handcrafted object. Symbols carved with a primitive tool are visible on the surface. Almost done with Pillars of Eternity. Real-time with pause is exhausting. I agree. I much prefer turn-based. Windows looking to the next room, not outside the void ship. Cannot make out anything through the cloudy glass. Only the weak light filtering through from that side.
It's about time.
A black shard resembling obsidian. If you look closely, you can discern a strange, barely perceptible glow inside the artifact. A massive golden amalgam interspersed with sparkling particles. Stone on the pedestal is no doubt solid, but its surface shimmers and changes hue, as if someone has captured a piece of turbulent sea within the rock. Ooh, that sounds cool. Strange object that resembles sea coral. The porous surface is pitted, a sign that it has been underwater. Grey-green crystal with white veins. A low hum can be heard coming from the artifact. Fascinating. Hello, servant. Crew member is hard at work, bowing his head in fear and avoiding even looking at you.
Victory awaits.
What are you saying, Forza? Your ladyship, do not worry. All threats have been eliminated. It is absolutely safe here. Good to know. Keep up the good work. This exhibit is unfinished. Another symbol of House von Valancius' valor will be displayed here at some future point. Alright. Do you have anything new to say, or you just have the same line? You just have the same line. That's fine. Oh, look! Another servitor. I sure hope it doesn't go haywire and attack me. Jocasta Sourback. The Master at Arms. I really should just go see the Lord Captain, but... No initiative, no independent thought, only the Omnissiah's commandments and adherence to protocols. I can't tell if he's instructing them, or is it a she? I think it's a she. I can't tell if this person is instructing them or criticizing them. I'm proud to see that I have raised a worthy successor. Do not hesitate to go hard on them, Jocasta. This is where I'm supposed to go, right? I think it is. Oh, here we are.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
I will survey the room. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Ethelthrad, Theodora von Valancius's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Ethelthrad. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth, bristling with holsters and baldric containing all manner of weapons. What do you have to say about a data slate? Electronic digital storage device similar to a tablet computer. Yes.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The rogue traitor is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Character skill represents their knowledge and capabilities. Some dialogues automatically initiate passive skill test. Characters traveling with allies. The party member with the highest score on the applicable skill is selected for each. Oh, nice. So having advisors helps. And it's just a standard D100 system. Got it. Okay, so what are my options? Seeing this law succeeds, spirits could well be the native's name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify that is indeed the case. The isolation of Aeon 6 engages in Xeno worship, lore warp. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Aeon is witchcraft or not. It might cost several cycles to do so, but it will give us the answer. Why should I concern myself with making this decision? We will go with the Lore Xenos. Those spirits could well be the natives' names for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if that is indeed the case, and if the population of Aeon 6 engages in Xeno worship.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
I find your tone most disagreeable, Ethelthrad. You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will live to regret the consequences.
Well, I find your company disagreeable, and yet I'm forced to endure such.
Ethelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here?
I do not know just yet. I hope you will clarify that.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
I am ready to take on this sacred purpose.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Bloodright alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you.
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
You said I was one of. Does this mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
Well, thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Navigator. Yep. Warp. Immaterium, the Imperium, the Ether, the Sea of Souls. Oh, warp space. What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Right. Are you aware of the incident on the officer's deck?
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Now enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Where are we headed?
The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence.
I find this fascinating. I am definitely invested in this.
I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
Very well. Gracious Lord Captain, surely there are ways I can prove myself a worthy heir.
You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the God Emperor knows.
Very well. In that case, I have no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
We're under attack! Oh, that looks like a full-scale rebellion. Is that a lower decks rebellion?
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
All combatants act in turns. The order is determined by an initiative roll. The order of the turns is displayed on the left side of the screen from bottom to top. Characters at the very bottom goes first. Alright. Babylon, Mort, then 3 heretic cutthroats, then me. Right, Theodora is the actual rogue trader. Teophania is me. Then another bunch of cutthroats. The lower decks are revolting! I know that, but what are they doing? That is an excellent joke.
Don't touch me.
Oh shit! She has some hardware.
Chaos guides me. Death to the weak.
Cover. Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Cover that a character can hide behind, mark with a shield, or a shield with a skull. Standing close to them, a character will automatically take up advantageous position. The chance that enemy will hit the cover, not the character. Will not receive a bonus if attacked from a side not protected by the cover. Is that a melter? It sure looked like a melter. So that's full cover. That's only partial cover, so I'm gonna take cover here along with the rogue trader. And then Abelard, get to work.
I don't have time for this.
Looks like I can't. use any of my abilities. I mean, I could use you serve me. Mort, serve me.
Done.
Expect weapons to work more in a way that's a balance to the game than what's appropriate to the lore. Okay, good to know. 95% chance to hit.
You didn't stand a chance.
There we go. And that is all for me. Oh. They only have 2 HP.
Go hand in hand. My place is
So I think he has a plasma pistol. And he has... I can't tell if that's a power sword or a chainsaw. And Maud has a melter gun. Character has received a temporary positive effect from an ally. Such effects enhance your character's capabilities in combat in some way. To learn more about the effect you have gained, hover your cursor over the effects icon next to the character's portrait. So that would be here. Kill them from Theodora. Plus 50 ballistic skill until the end of combat. Oh my god. Well, that is just awesome. Gonna move to here. Whatever's over there, I think those two have that under control, so I am just going to help Teophania deal with this guy. Go.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Character just landed a critical hit, deals increased damage equal to the character's critical damage stat. 150% of the attack's normal damage by default. Certain weapons have their own critical damage stat, which is added to the character's total stat. Got it.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What's happening?
From what we have seen, I can speculate that we are dealing with some variety of madness induced by warp travel. Such episodes are not uncommon among voidsmen who have found themselves outside the boundaries of real space, though such episodes seldom spill onto others.
Yes, it is definitely warp madness and not the lower castes being upset at how they're being treated and going into revolt. Definitely.
Oh, the casters are not working, or have been sabotaged. Either the warp is toying with us, or someone went to great lengths to cut the ship's communications. I will need a direct channel to the engine seer Prime before I can get a sense of what we are up against. Whatever it may be, keep your weapons at the ready. I imagine it will be some time before we no longer need them.
Tech priest whose specialization is the maintenance and repair of sacred machines. Alright. The incident with the rampaging servitors may be connected to what's transpiring now.
Possibly. Quite likely. We will investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation.
How could there be armed people in the ranks of the crew who would dare attack the Lord Captain?
Trust me, this is hardly surprising for a crew of thousands. The lower decks are a fertile environment for discontent and heresy, no matter how one tries to incinerate any seed before it can take root. All it takes is a hint of warp influence to cloud the minds of normally obedient cattle.
Sporadic riots on the lower decks never reach these compartments. No, the tumults of the rabble are always contained within their own territory. This is too well organized. It is spreading too rapidly.
Very well. What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him Arch-Militant requires aid, and be quick about it.
Very well. Rite of Blood. So we got a quest. Nice to personally meet. Find the Arch-Militant. Officer's deck is under attack by an unknown enemy. The Arch-Militant mod is left to clear the way to the lift leading to the upper decks. Officer's not returned yet. Time to find out what has caused the delay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Anything I should be interacting with here on the bridge? Oh, this isn't the bridge, but on the observation deck? Seems not. Alright, let's get going. Was this not where I was supposed to go? Guess I wasn't supposed to use this lift. Right.
A new challenge for me.
So what is a battle mind? A battle mind is a form of psionic warrior. It is someone who uses psychic powers, so instead of like using telekinesis to move an object, they use psychic powers to enhance their own body and reflexes to become a superior fighting machine.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Oh, the drawbridge is up. I see. So I'm going this way, I guess. Keep firing, you oafs. No cowering and no hiding. You see one traitor, you kill the traitor. Hello, Jocasta. Can I recruit you now? Heretic's body is riddled with holes. An improvised single-shot gun lies smoking in his hand. There's a traitor. Shot him at point-blank range. Oh, the Master-at-Arms. Iced. There's the Arch-Militant. Hello, Maud. Good range on that melter gun.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my Arch-Militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. that the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Mutiny? But who would dare attempt a mutiny here in the warp?
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I shall do everything in my power.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
Thank you for joining the party, Nittler.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I shall make do. Lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Ah, there's the betrayal. I am honestly not surprised. I kind of saw that coming. Not that that makes me particularly brilliant, it was honestly just fairly nicely foreshadowed. Anyway, we have ads about to start. So I think I am going to go pee, take a little break, and we will be right back. Alright, I am back. We're just gonna sit here for a couple of minutes and talk while the ads run. I'm kind of excited. I got a message today that my order is being shipped. I ordered some stuff for Battletech. Very early in the morning yesterday. So I have a double-sided neoprene, double-sized mat coming to play on, and a lance with 4 mechs, and some paints, and a whole bunch of dice to track stuff. Need to get yourself a driver's license and a car so you can come play war games? Yeah, sure. I will happily host. I have plenty of space. But I am getting a very basic lance because I feel like it's a good place to build from. I have some other mechs I want that I'm having a friend 3D print for me. But the lance I'm getting, let me see if I can remember. It contains a Warhammer, a Rifleman, a Wasp, and what was the last one? I don't remember what the last one was. Let me just check. Okay, so it's a Warhammer, a Rifleman, a Phoenix Hawk, and a Wasp. So that's like a fairly decent, basic, anyone from the Inner Sphere can use this lance. Although I will be fielding them most of the time as some Federated Suns specific variants. Like the Rifleman, I'll be fielding it as a Rifleman D. Because I like that version. Ugh, Penis Hawk. I like the Phoenix Hawk well enough in MechWarrior 5. I tend to get my arms shot off, which is a real problem, because that's where all the Phoenix Hawk's weapons are. But regular Phoenix Hawk is okay. I don't hate it, and the Kobold Phoenix Hawk I actually really like. After changing the brake banner didn't work. Sadly uses 100% the same CSS for both soon and running. That's annoying as hell. It's annoying that you can't get it customized. You'd think they would have thought to make it, if not customizable, then at least make the two different. I can't be the only person who have issues with it. Kidding, probably more balanced on the tabletop. MechWarrior 5, you swear the only good Phoenix Hawk is the Kobold? I think a regular Phoenix Hawk is okay. 6 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10 if you're being harsh. The Kobold is definitely the best though, at least of the ones I've tried. The one I really don't like is the Phoenix Hawk K, which has no jump jets. I don't mind being in a mech with no jump jets, but a Phoenix Hawk? I feel like a Phoenix Hawk is one of those mechs where the jump jets are kind of the point of the mech. So making a variant with no jump jets, in my mind, is almost like having a spider with no jump jets. It's like, what are you even doing? Anyway, ads are over. Let's get back into the game.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber, and for that, I need her breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Warrant Chamber, oh, that's just... Voidveer, you two-faced scum. You're the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the
Curse
option
your
to
sudden but
stop
inevitable betrayal.
voluntarily.
Yeah, I feel like it was very nicely foreshadowed. I feel like it didn't come as a surprise at all.
We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The warrant of trade.
What's wrong, inbred? Your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of grox shit?
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
I'm honestly a little surprised that he seems to serve chaos. Up until now, I was honestly expecting this to just be like internal strife and intrigue and skullduggery between rival rogue traders. I wasn't expecting chaos to be directly involved.
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will
Wait. Something just struck me. Something just struck me. Speaking of intrigue, I have a theory. Okay, so I could be wrong here. I'm going out on a limb. Here is my theory. Konrad Voitvir is not a traitor. There is not a mutiny going on, and he is not working for chaos. This is an elaborate test. This is a ruse to test my loyalty and my resolve to see whether I am a worthy successor. That is my guess. We're gonna find out if I'm right or if I am horribly wrong. Blade flashes in the dim light, drops of blood appear in your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, placing them with a single urge. Go to the gate, go to the gate. Get out! I am not your puppet! Voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence force you onto your feet and make you take a step towards the gates looming in the center. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. You're wounded by the corrupted weapon, slid a warp entity invading your mind. Well, okay, so that kind of indicates that I was wrong, and then that this is actually chaos influence. One of the available dialogue options requires making a skill check. Unlike with passive tests, which are made automatically, In this case, you can decide whether or not to select an option, the consequences of which will depend on the result of the associated test. Success or failure affects how the dialogue develops. Depending on the context, you might change the course of the conversation, alter the character's attitude, or perform an action whose consequences will only become apparent later. Hover your cursor over the dialogue options that require a skill test, and you will see a tooltip detailing your chances of success. The number after the skill's name indicates the difficulty. Once your character starts traveling with allies, party members with the highest score will be selected. The gateway, you see a cogitator with human likeness. Any type of digital computer in the Imperium of Mankind. Human likeness built into the front of the panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor. Mindless cybernetic drones created from a fusion of human flesh and robotic technology used to carry out simple manual tasks. An obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Look for anything that could be used as a weapon. You look around in hope of finding at least something that would work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty and in perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel or protruding piece of rebar in sight. Okay, examine the device. Tech use test succeeded. Difficulty modifier plus 95. So that was unfailable. Infallible. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect that might be some kind of architect relic. Gain experience. And advance the level of your character and companions. Prevailing in combat gains experience, yada yada yada. Once you have enough, you gain a level. Okay, so you don't buy skills individually, you gain levels. Arrow symbol on the character's portrait, open the level up screen. Each level offers your character's new progression options, which includes new abilities, talents, skill improvements, and other enhancements. Your companions gain new levels at the same time as your character. Even if they're not included in the active party during your journeys, you can always increase their level late. Ah, got it. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward, closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voitvir wounding you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Look back.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
Okay, let's examine the sentinel. The servitor looks noticeably different from the ones you're used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, and it has metal hinges in place of the standard joints. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than that of ordinary automatons. Alright, well, I guess we have no choice. The Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The sentinel's jaw remains closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the sentinel? The cogitator? Is it a figment of your weary mind? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Oh shit, a couple of tarantulas. Oh shit, and flamers.
There is still another way.
Oh, did he just turn invisible? Kinda looks like it. Check the warrant chamber. Oh, I really shouldn't, but yeah, I want to.
Victory awaits.
Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to boldly in the reins of fate. God, I do not read fast enough for this game, apparently.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Do you require assistance? Yes. Metal riff starts. Do you require assistance? Yes. Doom music intensifies.
Faster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge.
So it seems I was wrong about this being a test.
Regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Alright, well, can you give me a weapon?
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Alright. Seems like it being a test would have been... It would have been really cool if it had been like, at the end of it, she had been like, oh, I was just testing you. And I don't know, it just seems like the kind of really overblown, elaborate thing a rogue trader might do to test their possible heir. Alright, in that case, lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Journal. Journal, yes. It's literally just telling me what a journal is. Got it. Even like, oh, hundreds of people died in this fake revolt that they incited. Yeah, that's a thing they would do.
Shall stand in my way.
Oh no, cultists. Or not cultists, heretics.
Run, fools, or fall.
Oh, I love a chainsword. There you go, Seneschal.
Mistress? What foreign chamber. How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Seneschal Abelard was Syrian and has lost some of his former polish. His forehead is sweating, and one of the sleeves of his coat is torn and soaked through with blood. Nonetheless, despite his heavy breathing, he stands firm and his gaze is demanding, albeit somewhat surprised. Conrad Voitvir is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He is clearly serving the unholy gods of the warp.
Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voitvir, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt.
Voitvir openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive and now safe, mistress. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Stop revolver? What does rate of fire 2 mean, I wonder? Does that mean I can attack with it twice if I have the action points? A sword. An armored body glove. Will dodge 35% of average enemy attacks. Nice. Reduces incoming by 10. Means the burst attack will fire. Oh, got it. Thank you. Oh, I'm just realizing, yeah, it has pistol shot, but it also has pistol burst. Got it. Okay, I'm starting to understand. And a medikit. Can't be equipped by this character because I don't have Medicaid advancement or field medic or the base skill Medicaid. Restores 15 wounds, also removes bleeding, removes 1 fresh injury, or if none exist, taps to remove 1 old injury. Treating injuries. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Characters suffer an injury after being attacked by Kunrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds with 1 round. Exact percentage. Must lose. Very dependent on the difficulty of the game. Injuries reduce the character's resolve. What's resolve? Influences how efficiently and for how long characters can fight in the battle, determining the amount of momentum gained. Okay, I think I get it. Wounds is just HP. Maximum wounds. Got it, got it, got it. When a character loses all their wounds, they fall unconscious. Always stop you if you're backseating. You're not doing too much. You're not doing too much of it. Once combat is over, wounds are replenished automatically, but injuries remain. Can only be used by characters who have the field medic, base skill Medicaid. Or have taken the Medicaid skill advancement at least once. Medicaid skill test determines the number of wounds that will be restored. Abelard can heal. Click on his portrait, select the medikit. Got it.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Have a medikit here. What does he have? Cleave. Just a regular strike. How many action points? 2 action points. I'm just having a look at what he can do. Brace for impact! What is the braced effect? If I do this, yeah, there we go. Features, brace for impact. I do this, there we go. Braced effect. +2 deflection for each archetype chosen by the naval officer. Immunity to forced movement. Oh, that seems useful. Alright, so healing first.
Let me help.
Back into the fray.
There we go. Now we go back to her.
I'm always ready.
And let's do some equipping. Oh, hold on. Got it. Got it.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead.
I wasn't done.
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation.
How did you find
We
me?
can manage that. You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
I think the Warren Sentinel may have sent the message. It appeared when I opened the chamber.
Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
I heard one of Theodora's Voxcasts.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
Alright, the Navigator's Sanctum. Will you lead the way?
Absolutely. Let us proceed.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Jesus Christ! I haven't had the chance to equip all my stuff yet. Can I? Thank you. Unable to change equipment in combat. That fucking sucks. Okay, that really sucks because it kicked me out of the inventory screen and forced me to this point as soon as I equipped the pistol. So I guess I equipped it in the wrong order. I should have equipped the armor and the sword first, but there was no indication of that. So I kind of hate that. So what do we have here? Heretic Cutthroats. They don't have a lot of HP. So he is gonna move forward. You know what? No, because he wants to use his charge ability. He's gonna move to here. Teophania is gonna move to here. Start battle. Trying the mission. Charges the unique warrior ability. Melee attacks. Yes. Okay, so Abelard first. Charge him.
Someone else can do this.
Target is too far. Alright.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Part of me would not be surprised if you get forced out of equipment management no matter which item you equipped. I really hope not, because that would mean it would be possible to enter this fight without having a weapon.
One fewer target.
Attacks of opportunity initiates movement, also triggered by some abilities. Got it. I don't have any more movement points, which means end turn. Yes, I can use abilities. I just did. I know. So till the start of the nobles next turn. For 1 round. Got it. This tutorial seems kind of overloaded. It's a bit much, isn't it? Gonna move here. Gonna say you serve me to Abelard. And I'm going to voice of command Abelard. And then since these guys have such little health, I'm just going to do a single shot.
Nothing of value has been lost.
And then I'm going to
Nothing
reload
I can't do.
and turn.
Death to non-believers! Brace yourself, Abelard.
Companions can be hurt by burst attacks or area attacks. To avoid friendly fire, keep an eye on the trajectory. Good to know. So while I was reading that, apparently he just friendly fired 2 of his allies. Because he's fucking stupid. So I can move here, but that's going to provoke an opportunity attack, so I'm just going to stay put.
At your beck and call.
And turn. And I am going to deal with the pistol guy. He has more health, and I'm not sure I'm going to hit with the first shot. 65, 57, 2. Yeah, we're gonna go do a 2 fire burst. There we go. Reload.
Problem for me.
And he then attacks me. I dodge. And then Abelard kills him.
I took care of this one.
Experience points! Yay! Took a clip of an enemy doing 69 damage to his body a while back. Nice. So level... Yes, this has leveling up. Got it.
Doubt is for for the weak.
Now, allow me to actually equip the rest of my stuff. I can't equip this because I don't have the skill for it, but he can. Guess we're heading to the Navigator Sanctum. Can I, like, select them both at the same time? I can. Got it. Level up first? Yeah, I probably should. We can put another rank into officer. I don't really have any other options right now. How many skill upgrades do I get? Like one. We're gonna go into persuasion. Is that gonna be it? Oh, I see. So at second rank I get this, then I get this, then I... Okay. I'm starting to see. Commerce or persuasion? We're gonna go persuasion for now. Welcome back, huh? Reputation. Don't know any of these yet. Alright, so I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright. Now for Mr. Abelard. Gonna level up as a warrior. More athletics, more carouse, more coercion. Yes, 30. 60? Oh, wow. 40 athletics. 30 demolition. 30 Medicaid. Let's boost his athletics, I think. There we go.
They say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
The map of your void ship consists of several parts between which you can travel. Some parts are not yet available. Over time, your character will be able to access them. Oh, it's the Psyker. I don't remember his name. No, this is a different Psyker.
Threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abela, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate, to die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
Entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper. Its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seers standing before you. A diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Fon Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthred.
Alright, that was his name, Ethelthred.
The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthred's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engine Seer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Alright, we must save the Navigator as well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Yay, party! Well, let's have a look.
Should I divine our next step?
At Idira. What can you do? You can strike with your staff. And you can do a lightning arc. I wonder if that can change to friendlies as well. It probably can. For warning, increase target's dodge and parry by 10% until the end of combat. Oh wow, that seems good. Psychic Shriek deals from 7 to 16 damage to the target. Seems good. Targets one enemy within line of sight. Immediately gain 2 exploits. What are exploits? Deals good amount of extra damage. It's a target with exploit. Okay, so you stack exploits on something. I see. Okay. And let's have a look here. Archetype is an operative. Forsaken World, unsanctioned Psyker operative. And she has already leveled up awareness. Okay. I think it is all good.
We must act.
In the hood.
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes?
Wait,
I'm
what?
always ready.
Oh. That portrait looks a lot different when it's zoomed in and you can't really see like the big hair and the furs. Alright, let's get going. Can I alter my formation? Formation. Let's see. Do this. Put Abelard out in front. Like so.
Follow my lead.
Door does not budge. Clouds of vicious flesh. I entangled the metal, sealing the door shut. Ooh, that is a bad sign. Vox Skull, do you have anything? Guess we go a different route. Go through any of these doors? Oh, here we go. Here we are. Ah, the navigator is hiding. Right, I guess we're about to get combat.
It's about time. I'll see you terminated.
Alright, starting positions. Sharpshooter, brawler, sharpshooter. So let's start. Oh, wait. Let's start him here. I will be here. Dira, I think she has pretty long range, so she will be back here. There we go. Idira is a psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study opponents, identify their weaknesses, and her psyker abilities allow her to deal damage to them. Analyze enemies is an operative ability which applies the exploit debuff to all enemies within the line of sight. Holy shit! At the start of each of the operative's turn. The operative can also use this ability against a specific enemy to inflict several stacks of this effect. Higher the operative's intelligence bonus, the more exploit stacks will be inflicted. Whenever the operative hits a target with an exploit applied to them, the attack deals additional damage. The amount of extra damage depends on the target's number of exploit and the operative's perception. Expose Weakness is an operative ability which they can use against a single enemy who is under the exploit effect. The ability reduces the enemy's dodge, parry, and armor. The amount of reduction depends on the number of active exploits on the enemy. Armed with a special staff, allows a psyker to unleash psychic powers against enemies. In future, you'll encounter staves that only a psyker versed in a certain discipline can use. For example, you might find a staff that lets a psyker use Inferno, but to do so, they must first have the Pyromancy psychic discipline learned. Okay, let's just read this. Psychics are connected. Special abilities called psychic powers. Actions are destructive and dangerous, but also for the psychers themselves. Each use of a psychic power has a chance to cause psychic phenomena, and also thins the veil between real space and the warp. Psychic powers can be minor or major. Minor powers increase veil degradation by 1, major by 3. Cause psychic phenomena 4 times as often. Psychic phenomena are not dangerous by themselves, but are disconcerting and slightly reduce the momentum of the party. But when veil degradation reaches 15, continued use of psychic powers will lead to perils of the warp. What's this with momentum? Heroic acts and desperate measures. Okay. So if it's high enough, I can do heroic acts, and if it's low enough, I can do desperate measures. Starting at 100. Oh, didn't mean to come in here. Alright. I understand. And Idira is first. That does not have a super long range. See, how many action points does she have? She has 4. Psychic Shriek. She moves a little closer. She would be able to reach with Psychic Shriek. Okay, so I'm gonna do forewarning on Abelard. So he's gonna charge in. Then I have to get very close. Gonna go to here. This might be risky.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
That leaves me with 1 more movement point.
Will do.
Didn't arc to anyone, but we got rid of the Psyker. I think that was valuable. Alright, 1 skill point left. There's no one else in line of sight. So, where is there?
But of course.
There we go. End of turn. Hologram. You can use the hologram to gauge the effectiveness of your intended actions in combat before taking them. Click left mouse button on any accessible cell on the battlefield to place the character's hologram. Click an ability or single shot to see the expected outcome. Okay. I understand. Oh, look at these fellas. Single wound. 25 ballistic skill, single wound, 25 ballistic skill. Does it show what they're armed with? It does. Scrappy autogun, 3 to 5 damage. You have an axe, 5 to 7 damage. Okay, so I think the brawlers are the scarier of these. So 65, 30. So I think we do a double burst on this guy.
Was your biggest mistake.
That is a kill. Then we say, Abelard, serve me. Abelard, voice of command. And turn.
Chaos guides me.
Now Abelard.
Indeed.
Did that wrong, but that's fine. I am still getting the hang of this. Then he tries to move away, so he takes an opportunity attack. Now Idira. I think Idira takes cover here.
I know what is to come.
and then uses Psychic Shriek. I have action points for it, so I might as well, before I use Psychic Shriek, which costs 2, gonna use 1 on Analyze Enemy. He now have 5 stacks of Exploit, and then I Psychic Shriek him, and he dies. Which was completely overkill since he only had 1 HP, but we're still getting the hang of this. The creature in the chair appears as if it had become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the 2 dark, gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the 2 ordinary eyes, as well as the third, the one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
What's wrong with him?
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
Navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head, half open his eyes. Our time is short to do what?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ooh, he's mutating.
It came from beyond. His body is not his.
Your screams is echoed by silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator, succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling. Then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. Dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is purplish swelling around the eyes.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
I want to help you. Tell me how.
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run. Run.
The navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidas, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Alright. I guess we are leaving. However, I just snoozed the ads because we had ads. I'm just going to move to here and save, and then we will take a quick break and get the ads out of the way. Oh, not load. Save. New save. Can I change the name of the save? There we go. Stream 1. Save. There we go.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Alright, we are taking a quick break. I'm just gonna go use the bathroom, get the ads run. I'm also gonna grab a pear because I'm a little peckish, so when I come back we will just sit here and chill while I snack on that, and then we will continue. So I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Brawler, I hardly know her. So, I am just going to quickly eat this. I'm enjoying this far. I'm enjoying this so far, is what I was trying to say. It, on one hand, it does dump a lot of information on you, but on the other hand, the information is mostly pretty easily understandable. It's like, I get it. It's, a lot of it I feel like is very standard for the genre. But even so, even if it functions exactly the way I would expect it to for a given mechanic, I like having the tutorial there to confirm that it functions like I would expect it to, rather than me having to guess. Want me to check the clips channel and see how the timing was on the friendly fire? Would like the reaction? Sure, we can do that since we're just taking a little break. Apply burst attacks or area attacks to avoid friendly fire. Keep an eye on the trajectory. Good to know. Wow. I did not do that on purpose. I promise. I really just was busy reading the tutorial. But that was pretty perfectly timed. Actually, I feel like that's a small criticism I do have. I feel like sometimes the game has too much going on at the same time, where a tutorial pops up and you need to read the tutorial to understand what's going on. But it will pop up, as you saw in that clip, while something is happening in combat or while voice acting is happening in a conversation. And I know a lot of people would disagree with me and find this annoying as shit. I actually wish that when a tutorial pops up, the entire game pauses and then resumes when I press OK. Either I read the tutorial and press OK and the game resumes, or I go, fuck tutorial, I don't want to read it, and press OK and then the game resumes. I wonder if that's actually a setting. No, there's not a pause on tutorial, unfortunately. That's a shame.
None shall stand in my way.
So where do I go to find the Master Helmsman then? Through here? Can I maybe go up here now? No. This pear's really good. It's really sweet, which I like. Oh yeah, that's good too, Zahel. That's kind of how they do it in RimWorld. Where you just kind of have a... I'd almost be tempted to call it a backlog of tutorials you can go through at your convenience. But yeah, the way this game does it, it does kind of... I've had a couple of points right now where I feel like the game was trying to force me to go cross-eyed and pay full attention to two different things at the same time.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I'm just trying to figure out where it is I'm supposed to go. Is it down here? No, couldn't be. You need to click on the door icon when near the dark corridor. Oh, so I was supposed to go down the dark corridor? Man, that was not clear to me at all.
A new challenge for me.
We missed the tutorial about missing because it was instantly replaced by another tutorial. Yeah, I didn't even see what that tutorial was about. I just saw that a tutorial turned up and then another tutorial replaced it. You can collect loot, got it. Trophies, go to your inventory. Trophies on the left are packed up as cargo. Okay. I don't think I need 2 axes. Do I need the scrappy autogun? Take one of those. This deck... Yeah, well, there's only one place to go, so we're just going to go that one place. And now I hope the game will let me get into my inventory before it throws me into combat. You wish. I do wish. And look at that.
The ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot this.
Shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment it seems she is not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Theophania von Valentius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I am no traitor, sister. You can be sure of that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is a warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard a rogue trader ship? Your order serves the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation, under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
What is happening on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lady. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lady, be on your guard.
We must get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Combat character menus use different kind of weapons. To switch, press X. Swapping weapon sets in combat does not cost action points. Got it. So let's see her. She has an auto pistol for if she gets cornered, and a bolt gun. Not just a bolt gun, a named bolt gun. Unfading Valor. Rate of fire 4. Oh, wow. 12, 14. Alright. So... you have a chainsaw, right? That's probably better than an axe. 10% armor penetration for 7 to 9. And the axe also does bleeding. Enter the Psycho Staff. I don't think she would appreciate that. Info, so I can go down. Axes have special attack that inflicts bleeding. So she has swing, sweep. Alright, so here's the thing. For me, do I want the axe instead of the sword? I don't anticipate doing much melee. Let's see, 6 to 9, 5 to 7. I think I'd rather have the sword. Axe causes bleeding, but the chainsaw doesn't. Good point. That's because chain weapons instead deal plus 25% extra critical damage. Plus 10% parry, minus 10 to enemy's weapon skill when hit. Okay, so it does a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, the parry and weapon skill is a sword thing. I see. Okay, so I'm gonna take one of these scrappy auto guns. I think that might be helpful for me. You stick with your chain shot, but you know what? Let's give you an auto gun as well, in case we need to do some ranged attacks. You have that and a last pistol. You know what? Let's give you the axe, in case you need it. Actually, what's your strength? It's average, okay. And now let's have a look at the Psycho Staff. So, Psychic Staff can do Lightning Arc, plus 5 willpower. So it's just better? No, it's the same. It's just because it's truncated. Okay. I wonder, does F5 quick save? Does. Good. Formation. Let's go into a box formation. Actually, no, because I don't want her in melee anyway. Let's go like so. Switch these two like so. Actually, in case we get flanked, I am the most important member of the party. So put me center. There we go. Get you along. Cargo, cargo, cargo. Well-maintained stub revolver. Yes, please. Commence operation. Get behind Abelard. Yeah, that is my plan. He's the only one who wants to be close. All right. Let's have a look here. One higher max damage, and that seems to be it, but that is still... oh, that's not where I wanted to equip that. There we go. And this comes here, this comes here. Right? Now the question is here. Auto pistol does does way less damage, but has a rate of fire of 6 instead of 2. And worse range. I think we're gonna give her the stun revolver.
Reinforcements have arrived!
Reinforcements and a lion! Welcome on in. Playing some Skyrim, I see. How did that go? How was your stream? Those coming from Anna Lion, hello, I am Bear Anderson. I am a variety streamer. I do all kinds of different games. I'm not particularly good at them, but my stream is more about just having a fun, chill time hanging out. Anyway, Anna Lion, I know what it's like when you've been streaming for a long time, so if you need to raid and run, go take care of yourself, you should do that. You're definitely not going to hurt my feelings or anything. I totally understand. Got distracted making a mod instead of actually playing. Ooh, fun. What kind of mod you making? Let's get everyone grabbed.
Victory awaits.
Head in this way. Like, can I
woke up with a feeling of
just
wonder.
open up by shooting?
Was blossoming nearby.
Close ranks.
There we go.
Come to chaos.
Okay, so what do we have? Assailant, 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 assailant. What's a cutthroat do? You have more health. You have a sword. Have a player house hideout, trying to make a spell to teleport in and then back out. Oh, I see. So kind of like a town portal-ish effect. Nice. The innocent initiator couldn't find a reliable way to get back out. Yeah, I guess you need to leave behind some kind of mark that you can teleport to. So what do the assailants have? They have guns, right? They have auto guns, okay. So take position. I'm assuming I can shoot across the table. You know what? I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put her here. Agenta's abilities. Agenta is the warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas and a soldier. Expert with burst range weapons and weapons that deal damage in an area. Another of her strengths is her mobility in combat. She can use run and gun. Makes her next, granting extra movement points and makes her next attack cheaper, but also less accurate. Also allows an additional attack. Ooh, that's really good. Revel in Slaughter. His total soldier ability can use once for each 3 enemies he kills, or she. Each activation of this ability increases the soldier's ballistic skill, critical hit chance. Certain types of weapons let you make burst attacks. I already know how burst attacks work. Okay, Agenta up first. I think I want to move her here. And then what's the rate of fire on the bolt gun? 4. Let's do this. Look at that. That went exactly as I'd hoped. Cutthroat, some more assailants, got it. You have 2 more skill points. Curious Recital. Let's just expand that. Okay, so momentum and then stacks of zeal. Zero AP, once per combat. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to do this. Then becomes winded. Okay, I think we're gonna do Furious Recital and end her turn.
Chaos guides me.
Idira. Kind of want more of these to come forward before it's Idira's turn. Momentum is looking pretty good. What was this? Forewarning. Let's do forewarning on Avila. That'll make it easier for him to tank. And then lightning arc on these two. Looks like it missed. Oh, I think it was out of range. I think I get it now. Gonna look for a bit. God gift us this. Chat wants you to. Oh, I totally get it. I have been desperately avoiding spoilers for this as well, Lion. So I definitely get it. It's really good so far. I'm having fun with it, so you can look forward to it. That's it for now. Types of cover: full and partial cover. 60% and 35%. Got it. Some cover can be destroyed. Single shot can penetrate through enemy cover. Okay, so Teophania. I am going to ask Abelard to serve me. I am going to voice of command Abelard. Then if I move to here,
I shall not fear.
I think that will be a good angle for a burst fire here. Alright, I only got one, that's fair. Might as well reload. And that is end of turn. Now Abelard. Just gonna walk up and whack this assailant.
Follow my lead. Reduced of dust.
Eat hot chainsword.
Death to the weak.
Alright, so far so good.
Death to non-believers.
Sister Argenta. Go. Oh, I can't get cover here. So if I go like here and do a burst fire in this direction. I think that means Abelard is not
As the Emperor commands,
in the line of fire. Yep, we got both. Oops. Oh, what is it? Wait, is it 3? It's 3 action points to reload a bolter. I mean, I guess that makes sense. So it will say no, unavailable. Yep. Alright. So I think on her next turn she is going to reload her bolt gun. Take a saline. I kind of don't want to waste psychic powers. What about single shot? Oh, I guess the last pistol only has burst fire.
But of course.
Okay, this might not hit in the first place, but we'll see. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Reload. Might as well.
Was that you? Or
Teophania. Teophania is going to move up here. Actually to here. And going to single shot or burst fire. Let's see. Nobody's in the line of fire, so let's just burst fire.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
Nope. And then reload. Oh, that's 3 as well? No, that's only 1. Oh, I see how it is.
Too easy.
And then we say voice of command on Argenta. Now Abelard. It's a cutthroat. Go up here. Melee him. Can I then charge him after? I don't think I can. Target is too far. Oh, I can! I can, it's just too far. Ooh. Okay, I need to remember that for later.
Out of my way!
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Not injured. I'm enraged.
Actually, hold on. Mesh chest plate. How is she not wearing power armor? Why are you not wearing your power armor, sister? Okay. So Abelard has him, so she... You know what? She is going to run and gun. We'll let her move all the way up here. And then gun this fool down. Casual Friday mesh is her most casual outfit. Ah, that explains it. Dira. Here, then you can take cover next turn.
there is movement in the Empyrean.
Power armor's mid to end game stuff, despite her. Yeah, it's just a.
Will do.
A thing for the game, I suppose. Okay, I need to watch out for veil degradation as well. Can I reach him? I can't. Can I shoot him? I can't. Okay, so she's not doing much this turn. Can she analyze him? There we go. Now Teophania is going to go all the way up here. And just do a single shot here. See if you can hit. There we go. Executed. By the way, I just noticed something. I think at the end of a combat, every character automatically reloads all their weapons. Which, if that is true, I love it because that really makes it so much nicer and less fiddly.
We shall prevail.
What do we have here? An exact replica of the Von Valencios void ship sits on the pedestal. Ah, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, select everyone. Just keep on moving. They don't always do it, but they're supposed to? Oh, that makes me worried. Let me just check. Fully reloaded, not using guns. Fully reloaded.
There's probably one around here.
And fully reloaded. Meanwhile, I wasn't paying attention, but they said something about finding a melter charge. So that's probably that goods cabinet. I just want to see what else is around here to interact with. Oh, I forget. I forget to loot them. So let me just do that. Another scrappy autogun that can go to cargo. Cargo. Seems the machine spirit is no longer being powered by the motive force. Open the door. Sure, let's try. To open the door, click on the icon above the cogitator. The character with the highest logic will make the skill test. If this test fails, the door will remain closed. A particularly bad result of a logic test can cause the door to become permanently stuck and impossible to open. Door stuck!
I'll lay claim to the stars.
So what is in here? Goods. We have... That's probably all useful. With all the stuff I'm picking up, I'm kind of getting a vague indication that... Ooh. That crafting is going to be a thing. Who's best at tech use? I mean, I'm quite good at it. Yeah, we're just going to take these gloves for myself. There were goods over here as well. Also, just because you switch to your staff.
We must act.
Void Sweat Ale, set of icons, whatever those are. Take that.
Follow my lead.
I think I'm really going to enjoy this playthrough. Electrified shardnet, that sounds like a Drukhari thing.
I did fine.
And then we level up, I guess. Yay! Archetype. Keep going up as officer. Bring it down. The officer immediately grants an ally an extra turn with 2 action points and no movement points. Allies under the effect of voice of command and kills an enemy before the end of the officer's turn. Ally gains an additional 8 momentum. Damn, that seems good. Yeah, gimme. What, looks like it takes 2 action points. So I basically spend 2 of my action points to give 2 action points to an ally. I like. Right. Abelard. Endure. Until the warrior's next turn, +2 deflection and 10... What? Oh my god, that seems amazing. What was it? Idira? Expose weakness. Removes all exploit from the target, decreasing the target's dodge, parry, and armor. Oh, yes, that also seems really good, especially paired with, what's it called? Analyze enemies? Yeah, nice. And sister, what was her name? What was her name again? Argenta. Revel in slaughter. The soldier immediately removes the winded effect. Okay. Wait, but she gets winded from run and gun. And then she can remove it from herself? Until the end of combat, the soldier gains plus... becomes available after the soldier kills 3 enemies. Okay. So after she's killed 3 enemies, she can go absolutely bug-fuck crazy. What does she get next level? Firearm Mastery. And a talent. You get next level. Dismantling Attack. Oh, that's good too. Oh my god. There's no crafting in the game? Oh. It just seemed like it with all the various bits and bobs I was picking up. I'm actually fine with there being no crafting. That's not disappointing at all. Immediately restores all action points and movement points and gains +3 movement points until the end of the turn. Do not lose movement points after performing attacks. The warrior has no... That is insane! Holy shit. Okay, this is gonna go crazy next level. Finest that is also ridiculous. They're for trading. Got it. Makes sense. Alright, doors blown. Everybody in. We can go across here. Or we could go around. Let's go across, I think. Still hear lasers cracking off. Oh, we can't even go around. There's only one path. I'm going to enjoy the ultimates. Oh, is that what the level 4 abilities are? Those are the ultimates? I assume those are abilities I need to have enough momentum to pull off then.
Pay attention.
Just even the cogitator, torn from its proper place, stacked in rough semblance of a barricade. Ooh, goods. What do you have for me, good sir? Multi-key. Take that. Somehow still tired, so you're gonna go sleep. Alright, Niddler, sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. Oh no. The bridge! The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora von Valancius.
Are you lost, my heir?
Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword. The other is raised in an inviting gesture.
sorceress, apparition, trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
How did you get here?
I am a rogue trader. I am wherever my whim demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably. But are you ready? I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer, and that answer can be nothing other than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Convictions. Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests, and goals. Such decisions affect their convictions. This can develop in 3 directions: dogmatic, iconoclast, or heretical. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealously the character follows their convictions, and the more noticeably the world around them reacts to their actions and decisions. Promotion through the ranks of each of the 3 directions opens up access to new dialogue lines, events, unique abilities, and also changes the attitude of others towards your character. Also, some items can only be equipped by characters with certain convictions. When one of the conviction branches reaches rank 3, Votary, it becomes the character's main focus. When that happens, the other 2 conviction branches cannot be raised above rank 2, Adherent. Your character's allies have convictions of their own as well. Okay, so I can go dogmatic, heretical, or iconoclast. I think what makes sense here to the character I have in mind is iconoclast. Lead the people off the bridge. Love this version of Paragon versus Renegade. Yeah, it seems like a good alignment system. You look away and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn, and the voices of the people beyond the shroud of smoke grow stronger and hopeful, once you and your companions rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forget about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire. Fall back! We will go around! Right, around we go.
Where did it go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all and
Wait, do I only have 3 characters here? Oh, I have all 4.
follow it, witch.
Can we go past this? No, I guess I'm going up the other way. See if I can get past this somehow. Oh, goods! door. I see. I see what we're doing here. Right. What goods? Some more Catechism of St. Drusus. I'll take it. This is probably impassable. And then we open the door. We can do so with a demolition charge. We can do so with tech use. Or we can do so with tech use without using my multi-key. We're just going to do so with tech use without using my multi-key.
A new challenge for me.
Wait. What is... Oh, here we go. Camera's being wonky. Oh, is it just for the loot? Deck officer's helmet. Oh, I thought that was going to be the way around, but I guess not. Okay, so the helmet goes to Abelard because he's the one doing the most tanking. Plus, it looks fitting for him. But if that's not how I go around... It doesn't seem to be.
Victory awaits.
Then how do I get to where I'm trying to go? I am too used to playing bolt gun and being able to just push a key that'll tell me where to go. Here we go. Crash the platform, ballistic skill check. Okay, so that's probably what I need to do. I'm just checking to see if there are other options. There doesn't seem to be.
Duty prevails.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak, without us.
My lady, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Maud headed for earlier.
Loot. Fire selector mods. Interesting.
It's about time.
It's in this way. Any loot? Nope. So I think that's where I'm meant to go. Right? I think this is where I was meant to go.
Would you look at that?
Thermoflash.
None shall stand in my way.
Trophies Collector's Cargo, thank you. Plasma coil. Plasma conduits blaze with energy, capable of powering a vast void ship. Cool. Well, Lord Captain's quarters, here we come. Oh, I missed a bunch of stuff. I will take an extra sword, an extra auto gun, and the rest can go to cargo. Lord Captain's quarters. You know what? I think I'm going to call it here. I've been going for... I know I'm not even done with the prologue, but I've been going for like 3.5 hours. So I think we're going to start wrapping it up. Find someone to raid.